afternoon, members. I'm Mansi Kankaria, and I'm delighted to be your MC for this afternoon. I would like to thank you all for joining us today on this beautiful winter afternoon of December. We have an unusual program today, the Masterplants Orchestra. Who would have thought that plant could serenade us with music? Today on our program, we have Tritone Crisantemo, who has gone beyond our thoughts and put this vivid idea in motion. And what a terrific job at that. Without any further ado, let's begin today's program by remembering the creator of this beautiful universe by reciting a prayer. May I ask Ms. Rama Patwa to say a prayer and a bhajan?
Asato ma sadgamaya tamaso ma jyotirgamaya mrityorma amritangamaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. इतनी शक्ति हमें देना दाता, मन का विश्वास कमजोर होना। हम चले नेक रास्ते पे हमसे भूल कर भी कोई भूल होना। इतनी शक्ति हमें देना दाता, दूर अज्ञान के हो अंधेरे, तू हमें ज्ञान की रोशनी दे। हर बुराई से बचते रहे हम, जितनी भी दे भली जिंदगी दे। बैर होना किसी का किसी से, भावना मन में बदले की होना। हम चले नेक रास्ते पे हमसे भूल कर भी कोई भूल होना। इतनी शक्ति हमें देना दाता, हम न सोचे हमें क्या मिला है, हम ये सोचे किया क्या है अर्पण। फूल खुशियों के बांटे सभी को, सबका जीवन ही बन जाए मधुबन। अपनी करुणा का जल तू बहा के, कर दे पावन हर एक मन का कोना। हम चले नेक रास्ते पे हमसे भूल कर भी कोई भूल होना। इतनी शक्ति हमें देना दाता, मन का विश्वास कमजोर होना। Thank you.
Thank you, Rama. Moving right along, may I ask our President, Ms. Usha Bhagia, to give us insight on today's program and also welcome our chief guest. Usha, are you there?
Usha is not in meeting, ma'am.
Okay. Let me just call her up. Aarti, can you just coordinate where Usha is?
Usha, you're on mute.
I think Wi-Fi is actually giving us a lot of trouble.
Usha ji, you're on mute.
Oh, yes.
Thank you.
Can
Usha.
I start from the beginning?
Yes, please.
Yes, please.
Good afternoon, founders, coordinators, our special guest, Tritone Crisantemo, a very warm welcome and thank you very much for having taken out your precious time from your very, very busy schedules, guests and the members. We are at the fag end of 2020 and let's not think about the negative side, let's think of the positive side. 2020 has taught us a lot. Many ladies have become an expert cook, very good mother, very patient wives, and also it has taught us to save for our rainy days. And we should end the 2020 on a very happy note. What could give us more happiness than music and plant? Music has the power to unite people, make us feel at peace, make us feel understood. It is something to dance to, bond over, listen to when we are alone. It is not just the pleasant sounds, it has its own language or combination of melodies and harmony which suits us. Plants are quiet workers of planet. Plants want to live and help us and animals to live. We don't perceive plants as an animated creatures because we see them mostly stationary. But there's a lot of movements going on inside of them. And this technology with a different, very special device is a very good way to demonstrate how each plant has a particular frequency and music in them. That's what our chief guest is going to talk about and show us. So ladies, please enjoy. Let's leave 2020 with a very happy note. It has taught us many very good lessons. Enjoy this afternoon's program. Thank you very much. I thank all the guests who have joined today's meeting. Thank you. Over to Mansi.
Thank you, Usha. That was beautiful. Indeed, 2020 has also taught us to be technology savvy. I mean, we are on a web world still connected in spite of being physically, away from each other. So 2020, hats off to all of us here. Also, as the secretary of the club, I would like to announce the minutes of our last meeting. We were given tips and tricks about accessorizing our homes by Sona Chatwani, interior designer. Also, the lady Sanskruti winners of the previously mentioned event are Ms. Uma Baldwa and Ms. Pratima Gupta. Yes, members, it was a tie. Congratulations, ladies. The prizes are on the way to your houses. Also, a happy announcement to make here. Our member, Ms. Hina Adia's daughter, Karishma Adia, has been awarded Superstar Teacher by the Global International School. Congratulations, Hina Auntie and Karishma. May you win many more. Our coordinator, Ms. Kavita Bhatia, would like to make a few announcements.
Good afternoon, ladies. I hope you're all well and enjoying our meetings. These unprecedented times require unprecedented measures. And while life has to move on, we can't take unnecessary risks. So it has been decided that all our remaining meetings will continue on the virtual platform only. No in-person meetings will be held. No fees will be collected for the current term. This year, we have not given out new membership forms and will not be admitting new members in the term starting June 21. It is now my privilege to announce the new office bearers on the Sanskruti Shikhar Trust Board. They are Chairperson Mrs. Renu Swarup, Vice Chairperson Mrs. Vijaya Kapadia, Managing Trustee Mrs. Toral Desai. Along with them on the trust board is donor trustee Mrs. Heer Dharia Pujala. As also trustees, Mrs. Nisha Shah, Mrs. Shilpa Sanghani, Mrs. Shivani Shroff, and me, Kavita Bhatia. Ex officio trustees are Sanskruti President, Mrs. Usha Bhagya, and Sanskruti Secretary, Mrs. Mansi Kankaria. Treasurer Trustee, Mrs. Toral Desai, will be assisted by our member, Mrs. Falguni Ravi. Our founder trustees, Mrs. Kumud Dharia and Mrs. Leelam Kapadia, have retired from active duty, but we are counting on their experience and blessings. That's all from me. Over to you, Mansi.
Okay, the moment which we all have been waiting for, I would like to ask our coordinator, Akita Malhotra to introduce our guest this afternoon, Tritone Crisantemo.
Thank you, Mansi. A very good afternoon, everyone. Think of plants and nature. What do we get in mind? Oxygen, food, light, and many other things. But did we ever imagine that plants can also create music? Yes, plants can create music. And today I'm going to introduce a person who has done this, Mr. Tritone Crisantemo, a plant music technician who saw how using a plant to NIDI interface called symphony is transformed into music. This technology enables us to listen to the electrical resistance in the plant. He was born in Denmark, where he studied sound engineering and music. At the age of 28, he found the Mahur, a spiritual community in northern Italy, where they had invented a device which allowed plants to play music. Tritone and his friends decided to develop plant music into a full-scale art form, and they developed new devices and went on a world tour to present the wonder of plant music. So here I spoke about Tritone, who's trying to bridge the gap between humans and nature. Uh, Sit back, everybody. There's going to be a introductory video played now. I would request Pranay to play the video, please. Pranay, thank you.
It's not every day that we witness such spectacular wonder. The floor is yours, Mr. Tritone. Welcome.
Thank you very much, everyone. I believe that this is without a doubt the most beautiful introduction and most correct introduction that we have ever had while we have been on this tour around the world. We started out in the United States last year. Then we went to India, where we were touring in Bangalore and Goa. We played some festivals, and we've been playing for schools as well, government schools, and also hotels and the likes of that. And then lockdown happened, and I just came out of India a couple of days ago. I've been there for 11 months, which is a long time for someone like me. And I must say, I'm very happy to see Indians again, because I really miss being in India. Right now, I'm in Tanzania, Africa. As you can see, it's very warm, and I'm getting a beautiful tan here. And I just wanted to say also thank you to all of you, and especially Usha, who set us up for this meeting today. And we're gonna do something really special. I'm gonna play, I think, three different plant songs, if we have the time for that. And I would like to start with saying that what we're doing here is, as you also mentioned in the introduction, is really bridging plants and humans. But what we're trying to do is we try to give people, instead of talking about science and bridging like this, and how alive plants are and how important they are, we're trying to give people a direct experience of the inner life of the plants. And this is really, music is a perfect medium to convey that message. And the plant music was invented in Damanhur around 40 years ago, and it has not been developed as much as we have been doing the last 1 year with our big device here. I think you saw it in the video. If not, here is our plants also. I just have to adjust it. Okay. Is it visible?
Yes.
Plant device. I just have to fix it up. It's a little bit more zoomed in than I could see. Okay. So there you see the plant device and some of our beautiful plants here in the garden today. And you see on the leaves, there are electrodes connected. So we put one electrode in the ground. Let's see if we can see it here. One electrode in the ground and one electrode we put on the leaf. I don't know if you, maybe it's better I show it up here on the screen. Like this. So we put one electrode on the leaf and one in the ground. And what we can measure with these two electrodes is what is called an electrical resistance. Inside the plants, there is small electric currents going on. And through what is called a galvanometer or a lie detector, also used on humans, we're able to measure small electrical variations in the plant, and we can turn them into music. So this device has inside of it a small algorithm which just allows the plant to play within the human musical system. This means that the plant can choose the notes on a scale. I'm sure some of you are probably musical, at least one of you with the wonderful prayer. And so what happens is that the plants have what is called a resistance to the current of the device. And this resistance can go up and down. It can become higher and lower. The higher the resistance go, the higher the note goes. So if I turn on a plant right now, let's see. You can hear that the notes will be going up and down. Some will be deeper, some will be higher. And this is what the plant is controlling. And with this, I will just ask you to maybe close your eyes, take a deep breath, and also just enjoy this. They usually play meditative music, the plants. It's very soothing and relaxing, so I hope you can enjoy this type of music as well. I will play one song, and then we can ask some questions if you would like that. Is that okay for you? Okay, we'll take that as an okay. Great. So I'm just gonna switch the camera, and then I'm gonna point out the plants that are playing. The plant that is playing now is this one. I'm gonna put on some more plants, and then we can just enjoy the music for a while until we come back down. So this has, we have 6 plants playing here together. Hello, can you hear me, everyone? Yes?
Yes, we can hear you.
How was that?
Very nice. Amazing.
It was
So
beautiful, mind-blowing.
Yeah, it is very special, and I'm really happy that you can feel that as well. There was a few questions. Does the plant respond to outside stimuli and changes its notes? So there are so many outside stimuli around a plant. If we consider the soil, the quality of the soil. Oh, sorry, that's one plant still playing. Okay. So the outside stimuli of plants are many. They play differently during different moon phases. If there is sun, if they have all the water they need, if they don't have all the water they need, if we are around them in a positive manner. Plants who live in a positive and healthy environment, they tend to be more active when we play music with them. Plants who are dry or somehow unhappy, they tend to play less and have less vitality in them. So we can definitely see many changes, but it can be a little bit difficult for us humans to hear the differences in the music because we're not used to listening to this kind of music. We're used to listening to very distinct and very humanized forms of music. So listening to plant music takes a little while to learn how to distinguish between what the plant is playing. I hope that was enough. Otherwise, you can write me questions or unmute. I don't know how that will be. Second question. Is it always melodious? Yeah, the plants have a different sort of, they don't seem to think about music the way that we do. So it does become a very natural sounding composition often. Do the grass give out music as well? Yes, we can measure and play music with grass as well. Each little straw of grass would be playing something different. So we could hook up a whole lawn and we could have a gigantic symphony of grass going on. Do they respond to human touch? Yes, they do. There are more scientific researches than what we do that are proving that they respond to touch as well, but they seem to respond also to feelings. Do plants have feeling of humans near it? There is science that are proving that right now, that plants can sense, not with the same type of senses that we are sensing, obviously, but they do have some sort of sensorial apparatus that they can use to sense their environment. And then is the music different each time or the same? The music is definitely different all the time. Oh, I just got a message. Would you like to hear one more?
Yes, please.
Okay, so then just give me a second. Just give me a second. I will just change a few things here on the computer and on the device. And then I would have the next one should be up and running now. Ooh, it is warm in Africa. Is it also warm in India?
No, it's quite pleasant here in the month of December.
Okay.
I look forward for this month, in fact. It's very warm.
Oh, yeah. Huh?
It's very warm in April. Instead of Goa and Bangalore, you should have been in Hyderabad in April and May to realize how warm it is.
Oh, I would have loved to. That must be next year.
Yeah.
I think I'm ready for the next one. If you are enjoying this, then we will go on to the next one. We call this piece Intrinsic Connection. So let's see how that goes. Oh, yeah. Okay. Here we go. So we've given the plants different instruments now and different rhythms, and then they will play a whole new kind of music. But it is always the plants that are playing, even though the music is different. I hope you can hear me. So I'm just pointing out, this plant is playing. Our little mint here in the front is playing also. The snake plant, as well as these here in the back. Okay. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay, so I'll just let the music go on in the background if it's not disturbing you.
That's fine. That's totally fine.
Okay, that's fine. So there were some questions. If the electrodes affect the growth of the plants, we always take the electrodes off after we play because they're made of metal and they can damage the leaves. So we usually play with plants that have sturdier leaves. As you can see today, the mint is the one that has the smallest and cutest leaves. So, but we are working on inventing new clips that are not harmful to the plants. And as long as we use big leaves, there's no problem. Oh, the holy basil is the tulsi. I don't have a tulsi, not here, but I would love to come back to India and play a tulsi concert next time. That would be lovely. Just let me get this one down. Okay. What else? There was a question more that Usha sent me. Do same plants give same music? That it's possible that they have some similar patterns in the way that they play music, but I think it would take artificial intelligence to analyze those kinds of changes. I don't think I can respond to that. I don't have the capacity to understand those changes for sure. Anyway, are there other questions? You can also ask questions with your voice, no? Like, I feel like I'm having a bit of a monologue here. So if any of you have questions?
I'll put them on to you, Tritone, in some time.
I'd like to ask
it's
a
all in the
question.
chat. Yeah, go.
How do you convert the sound that the plant makes to music? We'd like to know how it sounds when the plant is making this vibrations.
So yeah. What is the actual technical thing that's going on? So
yeah.
Yes. Okay. So all plants have electricity inside their body that they send between the water molecules. Okay. And they use this electricity like our body uses it to send information within their plant bodies. So with the clip, we send in another electric current, which is the same size as the ones that are similar in size to the ones that are in the plant. Okay? And between these two currents, there will be a small electric resistance because they move together. So one will resist the other. And from that, we get a number. The higher that number is, the higher the note goes. And that the higher it means that the resistance is between these two currents. Okay? Then that number, it's a bit technical.
Yeah, it's good.
A bit nerdy, but I'm sure we can get there. So that goes through our cable, this measurement, into the machine, as you see on the device. And the device then has a small algorithm inside of it. And that algorithm takes that number and it puts it into the scales, the human scales, because plants, their music is not divided into scales. It's much more like a waveform going like this. But since we as humans have a system which divides musical notes into frequencies, we chose to divide the plant music into musical notes that humans are also comfortable with. Because if we just have 8 plants going, it's not very comfortable if you want to listen to it for some time, unless you really like experimental music.
Yes.
So this is how it works. Then that signal, when it has been divided and put into a scale, that is sent into a synthesizer that actually produces the sound. In my case, I carry around a computer because that is the most mobile thing to do when you are out traveling with a backpack like I am. And then the computer generates the sound. And that's how it works. So electrical resistance into an algorithm, and it goes then into the computer, which produces the sound.
That's interesting. Very interesting.
I hope it wasn't too nerdy.
No, it's very interesting. Thank you for answering that.
Wonderful.
So we have Renu Auntie wanting to ask you a question.
Yeah, wonderful. Go for it.
Renu Jeevan Auntie, please.
Sorry?
Renu Jeevan Auntie. Pranay, you'll have to unmute her.
Yeah, unmute.
Pranay, are you there?
Yeah.
Renu Jeevan, if you can see the name.
Can we unmute?
Renu Jeevan. Yeah.
Okay, you're unmuted, Renu Jeevan.
Yes. First of all, I would like to congratulate you. You're so soothing and mesmerizing and blissful. But only thing I want to ask you, only plants or flowers also give the music?
Again?
Flowers also give the music or only plants?
Also flowers, but usually we don't use the clips on the flowers because it is damaging to the flower itself. But you can, and there are some clips that are more gentle than the ones that I'm using today. So it is possible that even the flower themselves can play music. The first concert we did back in Denmark was with an orchid, and it was a very, very beautiful moment.
Maybe cactus flower can give music. Cactus
flower, I'm sure, can give as well. Any flower, cactus, yeah.
Thank you.
I have a hi
Wonderful.
Tritone.
How many are?
Pardon?
Hey.
Hi Tritone.
Hi.
This is a plant lover since childhood. Hi. And I've been growing a lot of plants and flowers and things like that. I talk to my plants. I sing to them. I cry with them. I do all sorts of things with my plants. I wanted to ask you, does the wind also play a big factor with your music? The wind?
The wind?
Yes.
It doesn't affect our device. It does not affect the way that we measure. I mean...
Because the plants are swaying, by the wind.
So, I'm sure that it...
Yeah, let me complete.
Please finish.
But
sorry.
You are putting your clips on smaller plants, not on the bigger ones. These are very tiny plants which you have used for your music. So what about the larger ones? Sorry, you're frozen. Hello? Tritone?
Yeah, for today. Times when we want to play music with larger plants. Hello?
Yeah.
I can see everybody.
Yeah, now I can hear you.
Yeah, okay, super. And so that's definitely possible to do.
No, you were frozen. I didn't get your answer.
I'm frozen again.
Now you're okay. You can repeat your answer.
So with the larger plants, we have larger cables, long cables that we can reach up into the crown of the trees in order to capture the sound. But if the wind is, I'm sure that the wind is influencing the tree, but I don't know how that is actually influencing the music, because those are really complex questions also.
Okay.
If we go into
Thank you. Ciao.
Yeah.
Thank you. All the best.
Wow.
Thank you.
Hi, Tritone. I have a question for you. This was so interesting. Can you hear me?
Yes. Are you Asia?
I don't know. Yes, yes, I am. Okay.
Okay.
Hi, this is very interesting. I've never heard of this. I'm a naturalist, this is Shop Lakshan, and I take people on tree walks actually and give tree talks. And I help people identify trees, because we found that when you learn to identify a tree, then you really get more closer to it and people think more about them. And this is a wonderful concept. I think I'm really going to, never thought of this. And like somebody else said, we realize the wind, when it passes through trees, that produces sounds. I mean, different trees react different to the wind. But this, they have music inside them. I mean, this is like amazing. I don't know. And I'm so glad I actually asked a question how you've done it. So the electric resistance was really helpful. I think need to read up more about this.
Okay,
and,
great. Yeah. The device itself is very simple. So what is good for me is it's wonderful to see people's reaction, and it's wonderful to see people who really connect with this type of music, because it is a sort of a doorway for us humans to remember that plants are even more alive than we're able to perceive when we just have them in our living room, or they stand around on our streets. And many of us have grown up without nature. I did grow up in a city and had to discover nature when it was much later in my life. So thank you for sharing your beautiful enthusiasm with that's really beautiful. And yeah, I mean, these devices will come out also as something that people can bring around. Right now we're just making prototypes and we're building new devices. But in the future, it will be something that people will be able to take around with them out to the forest, listen to different plants, and make their own research with them.
Yeah, I want to share another thing with you, Tritone, that these plants give a lot of energy, when you go and hug a tree, you get so much of energy and you get grounded, your whole system gets grounded and you feel much better. So this is another thing which I do with my trees and my plants. I give them a hug every now and then. So it does give me a lot of pleasure and love. So hugging the tree is awesome. You feel so nice. Yeah. So this I wanted to share with you, that I do this as well. And it does help when you feel low and your energy levels are down. So you go and hug a tree and you're grounded. So that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Forest bathing, some people call it also.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
We do it in our. Thank you. God bless you.
Should we do one last song?
Tritone?
Yes, please.
Hi, Tritone.
Yes,
I'm
please.
Yash here.
Hey.
Will they create their own music, or you control them? You can control them.
So it is a mix. The plant is controlling the notes. They decide if it's a ba 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 ba. They decide if it's high or low note within the system. So I control the volume of the plants here. On the coming devices, the plants will have control over more parameters, such as volume, such as what scale they want to play in, such as what kind of rhythm they will play in. But in this device, they are only controlling the notes. Oh, I can't hear right now. I will just change my device here. Is everybody there?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. I'll play one last song for today.
Yep.
And then I will ask you girls a question after the song. Great.
Yes, please.
Let's see how we do this. Okay, in this next one, the plants have been given classical instruments, Western classical, sorry, like violins and bass. There might be some voices as well. Let's see. Wow, it is so. Okay. Let's see. This one is the mint playing. Can you hear me? Can you hear the sound also of the music?
Yes. Yes, we can.
Okay. So that was the classical track. Usually we have a classical singer also with us on this, so we interact with humans. And the voice you're hearing here is actually one of the plants, who instead of an instrument, we have given her words.
Oh my God, is that the plant?
This is the plant. This is the snake plant you see on the in the left side. So we are experimenting with language and plants as well, but it's still a very mysterious and interaction.
Indeed, it is.
So I had a question for you girls. I hope one of you could answer. What is it that? Yeah.
Tritone, I'm sorry. Before you can ask members, this is for Lady Sanskruti. So whoever answers this, instead of answering, please put it in the chat box. Whoever types in the first will be the Lady Sanskruti for this afternoon, for this event.
Okay, super. Are you ready? What is it that we are measuring within the plant? What are we measuring within the plant? Oh, there it was. Sachi.
Electric resistance.
Sachi Dilip. Who was that?
Sachi auntie. Can we focus on Sachi auntie, please? Okay, anyway, I think Lady Sanskruti for this meeting is Sachi Bhanushali. Congratulations, auntie. They say art can speak things that can't be said in words. And the program we witnessed today sure has evoked that emotion of speechless within us. Thank you, Mr. Tritone, for sharing a glimpse of your passion through your craft with us today. On that note, I would like Ms. Aarti Shah to give her vote of thanks, please.
This was an awesome, so mesmerizing, soothing, and unique. The connectivity with the nature and this music felt like trance to me. Thank you so much, Ushaji, for getting this for us. Thank you, members. Without your support, event like this wouldn't have been possible. Thank you, Pranay, for hosting the event so smoothly. I would like to thank all the committee members for taking their time and dedicating their enormous cooperation in organizing event like this. Thank you so much.
Can we ask Ms. Zeni Momaya to announce the Lady Sanskruti? I think Sachi auntie had missed in between. Zeni Momaya there?
I think, yes, she's there.
Pranay? Is Pranay there?
Yes, everyone is there, Mansi. Congratulations.
Oh, we got the winner.
Thank you.
Well done.
I've enjoyed today's program, just loved it.
Thank you.
Thank you, Tritone. This was so interesting.
Thank you all for having me on. It's such a wonderful pleasure to
Really
present this
amazing.
every time.
So soothing. Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Tritone.
Thank you. So next time I come to India, I hope I can do a live show. I will come by.
Yes, we'd love to come to that.
Thank you, members, for joining us today. Thank you all. Happy
Thank you so
Christmas
much.
in advance and Happy New Year.
Thank you so much, everyone.
Yes.
Shall I close the meeting?
Thank you, everyone. Enjoy.
Thank
Happy
you.
New
Please
Year.
stay in touch.
Happy
Namaste.
everyone in advance. See you all.
Thank you, Tritone. That was beautiful.
Thank you all. That was wonderful to meet you. I hope I will see you again someday.
Yes.
Yes, we hope you'll be able to give us a live performance someday.
No problem. Next year, I hope.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, bye.
Bye. Namaste. Namaskar.
Bye.